Hi everyone. Going to do my quick Q&A. I say quick, we'll see. Quick Q&A session now. But I just thought I'd very quickly show you these ancients now that I've put all the shield transfers on. I should have really done the bases as well to give you a better look, but they actually don't look too bad now. I'm a bit happier now that all the transfers are on. They're quite unified now, so I will crack on with the rest and get them all finished as soon as I can. But yeah, they're looking a lot better, I think. Anyway, on to the question. So, from basic miniature painting, why did you get into this hobby? I don't know. I was always into it when I was a kid, building models. I mean, I've got a video out there. If you check through my archives, it goes into a bit more detail about how I got into it and all that sort of stuff. But basically, I was always into modelling anyway, and then I got a job at Games Workshop, and it just led from there really, and I've been doing it ever since. But yeah, if you check through my archives, I have got a video that explains that in a lot more detail. So from Fraser von Ketteringham, first Airfix kit. Well, my first ones were toy soldiers, 1/72 scale, World War II. Romans, AWI, all sorts. So they were my first ones really, but my first actual proper kit would have been the Messerschmitt ME262A, the Messerschmitt with the jet engines that the Germans had during World War II. So that was my first proper kit, if you like. And then after that, I got a few more airplanes and whatnot. I never really got any tanks. It's strange because they work well with my soldiers, but I was more into doing tool ships and stuff like that. So that's that one. Mary Hinge. It would be interesting to know what games and rules you play with all these figures you keep showing us, and whether you play solo or at a club. So yes, we'll start with the ancients. So with the ancients, I use oh Christ, what is it called? Warhammer Ancient Battles. I started playing that when it was version 1. I like it. Version 2 was good as well, so I never changed. I've always played that. With these 15mm, I'll probably do exactly the same. I'll just stick with that rule set because it's something I know. I don't have to relearn anything. I'm not versed to learning other rule sets, but I just find it easier now that I'm getting old. And yeah, so I just find it easier to just stick with something I know. So yeah, I play that's for ancients, and I'll be sticking with that with these 15mm. For Napoleonics, I just use my own rule set. I've been developing them for, I don't know, 15-20 years now. Again, I have tried the Warhammer Ancient one, the Waterloo. It was okay. It's not a bad rule set, to be honest. If you ever played Warhammer Fantasy, it's kind of just like that, but with Napoleonics. A few different rule tweaks and whatnot, but it's easy because you don't have to relearn a new rule set again to play it. But yeah, I stopped playing that and I just use my own rule set. I also play Bolt Action. I play that at the club. And mostly at the moment I play 40k because that's what everyone at my club plays, 40k, so I just play that. I don't play solo, although my own Napoleonic rule set has got mechanics in it that works so that you can use it as a solo game. So I probably will do that, it's just I haven't got the time. But quite soon I'll be taking all my Napoleonics down to my club, and if I can get someone to help me, I'll try and film it as a battle report, or at least get some pictures of it all together on the table. So I hope that answers your question. Next one is from Medieval Warrior, and his question is, would you ever consider doing or trying the medieval? Let me start again. Would you ever consider trying the medieval era? And the question to answer to that is, yeah, I actually have in the past. These, I got a whole load of these periplastics. He's not going to focus. I was actually using these to start off with Kings of War rules. And I was going to use these as Kingdoms of Men. And also I thought it'd double up as a nice medieval army. But I found that Kings of War rules were just too basic. So I couldn't really get on with them. Focus. So yeah, what else have I got? I've got some more of these. But they've never got finished. They've just been sat in a box in the garage because after I've had 2 or 3 games with playing the Kings of War, I just couldn't get on with them. I know a lot of people love them, and I haven't played the new updated version, so maybe that's a little bit better. But I just found them a little bit too simplistic for me. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with them, because as I say, I do know a lot of people have them. So I've got loads and loads of these just sat in my garage, just doing nothing, waiting for some love. Hopefully, well, I say hopefully, maybe if I get a chance, I'll get back to them. Can't get this to work today. So yeah, let's try some white background. Nope, it's not going to focus. So this guy, unfortunately, you can't see him because it won't focus. But I've put a bit of stubble on him. Yeah, I mean, as I say, I've got loads of these. If I get a chance, I'll get back to them and get them repainted. Get them sorted out into some proper units and whatnot. Because I've mixed them all up. I've mixed French in with British, and because it was just going to be for King's War, so it wasn't that important. But yeah, maybe one day I'll get back to them. If I ever get through, well, if I fancy a change from Napoleonic. So I hope that answered that question. Okay, brush and quill. Do you do anything like archery, fencing, etc. in real life? If not, what sporting weapon would you use, i.e. bow, sword, gun? Do you know what? I've always fancied doing a bit of archery. I'd quite like to do that. I don't, but if I was going to do something, it probably would be archery. I've done a lot of shooting, obviously, when I was in the army, so I was a pretty good shot as well. Still won't focus. So yeah, I've always fancied having a archery, but I've never really done it. But maybe one day. Next question is, oh, in fact, there are at my club that I go to, there are a lot of reenactors, and they do all that sort of stuff. So you know, it wouldn't be hard for me to get to have a go at it. But time. So Ralph Hasley, what? Hang on, here you go. My question would be, what are your thoughts on ancient wargame rules? So I'll answer that one first. So my thoughts on ancient wargame rules is, Ralph, to be honest, mate, I haven't really played that many of them. And as I say, I played Warhammer Ancient Battles version 1 and version 2, and that's pretty much it. I played Saga quite a bit, and I had the same problem with Saga that you did, that they just constantly changed and updated, and then you had to buy this book and that book, and it just got too much for me in the end. I thought, I can't be dealing with this. Maybe Saga 2 is a lot better, but I don't know. I'm not averse to trying out the rule sets, so, you know, like Shield Wall or To the Strongest, I think, is that an Ancients rule set that are out there, so I wouldn't mind trying them, but nobody at my club plays them. And the only time anyone, there were some guys that used to go down that played Ancients, but they've stopped coming now because everyone just plays 40k. So yeah, Warhammer Ancient Battles version 2, I'll probably stick with that because you can use that for 15 mil. And then when I've got 2 armies painted, I can take them both down to the club, and then I can generally get somebody to have a game with me. But obviously you don't get the same feel because they don't know the rules that well. You kind of just, it's just kind of just a teaching session, and I've tried loads of times to get people to convert to something other than Games Workshop games, but a lot of the guys are actually ex-customers of mine when I was a manager at Games Workshop, so I brainwashed them all too well, I think. And the second part of your question is, what rules do you intend using for the figures you are painting, and why in particular appeal to you? So, yeah, Warhammer Ancient Battles, and as I've just said, just because I know the rules, and I don't have to learn anything new, I can just pick up a play, really, and that's it. For Napoleonic rules, it's my own rules, so I know them pretty well, and they do work really well. I've tried a couple of our rule sets. Again, I tried the Games Workshop Waterloo rule set. I don't know if anyone's ever played them, but they're okay. But I do prefer my own rules. So, next question is from Von Chipanga. His question is, how do you counter painting fatigue and keep motivated? Simple answer is, I don't know. How helpful is that? I'll put something on telly, and while I'm watching it, I'll just get some stuff out and get it done, because, you know, I just want stuff to be finished. And also, this YouTube channel has helped massively, because before I never got anything painted, and once I started the YouTube channel, I actually get a lot more painted now than I ever did before. So having this channel helps. Trying to get a video out every week, but that was before I started this new job, and that is really eating into my day, eating into my time altogether. I find it really difficult now to find time to do anything. But that's that. Yeah, sorry if that's not much help to you, mate. MGH 1736. Question is, do you actually game or just collect? Yeah, I do game, mostly 40k, as I say at the minute, because that's what people pay at the club. To me, before I was all about the game. I try and game as much as I can, and the painting was just secondary. That's why I've got thousands and thousands of figures that are unpainted, because, you know, if I can get them glued together and put on a table and use them for a game, then that's good enough for me. And I wasn't all that fussed about getting painted. But starting the YouTube channel, that's what's helped me get more stuff painted now. So Mr. Super Chippy. Oh, no, sorry, that's just a comment. I'm sorry, mate. So, Idic Beer. What is your favourite colour to paint? My favourite colour is probably teal or turquoise. I just don't know. I just find it appealing to my eye. But apart from that, mate, Nick, I don't really. I haven't got a favourite colour. I tend to paint a hell of a lot of red for some reason, but not because it's favourite colour. It just seems to happen that way. But yeah, I haven't really got a favourite colour to paint. Say before I started this YouTube channel, I really didn't bother about painting at all. Anyway, I think that's all the questions. I'm just going to have a quick browse through. Let's have a look. Oh, nearly missed that one. Sorry about that. HXJ 1971. Question, what size brushes do you use and which make? Well, mate, I'm absolutely terrible with brushes. I don't look after them at all, so I just use the cheapest ones I can get. And as for sizes, I use loads of different sizes. I mean, look, this is, you can see all the paint build up in the end of that. I mean, that's kind of how I look after brushes. These ones I just recently bought from Amazon, all quite small. I use Games Workshop brushes if I can get hold of them cheap enough. I bought these at the range, synthetic. I don't tend to use them for much painting apart from putting inks on and stuff. Some Army Painter. I tend to just use as a mixing brush now. And then these, I think I get these from there's a game shop in Sheffield, War Games Emporium. I buy them from them. They're like £1.20 or something, about 40, not pretty cheap. So I just tend to use them because I'm terrible with brushes and I ruin them all. Anyway, I think that brings me to an end. If I missed your question, I do apologise. Let me know and I'll get to it next time. And hopefully next time I speak to you, I'll have something else painted for you guys to look at. And as for your stuff, I hope all your projects are going really well. I've been watching lots of your videos. I've got an app on my TV now, so I can watch YouTube on my telly, but obviously you can't comment, so I do apologise if I'm not commenting as much as I used to, or if you're not getting comments. You used to get comments from me and you don't get them now. It's probably because I've watched your video on my TV. And I will sometimes try and go back and leave a comment using my phone, but I don't always get the time. So yeah, that's that. Hope everyone's project's going well. Have I just said that? I do believe I have. Sorry about that, repeating myself. And I will catch you all in the next one. Bye for now, guys.